Deidre Brock.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker, and certainly I'm sure the hearts of all of us in this House go out to those innocents who've suffered in Gaza and Israel and who continue to suffer. But I would also like to wish the House a very happy St Andrew's Day to you, Mr Deputy Speaker, and to us all. And on this special day, firstly, a word of thanks. The Leader of the House has described me in this chamber and on social media as sanctimonious, delusional, treacherous and slopey-shouldered. I can't say how much this kind of language from a Tory is a badge of honour for me in Scotland, so I am very grateful. Even more, her comments last week about Scotland's drug policies were literally front-page news. The Daily Record describing them as an odd rant, one of the more positive responses. One correspondent asked, "Why does Penny hate Scotland so much? Was she scared by the bagpipes as a child?" We certainly look forward to the Leader's reply to that. Her answer illustrated very comprehensively, I'm afraid, the attitudes and contempt on that side of the House for the people of Scotland. Maybe she needs to refresh her government's growing army of scriptwriters in Edinburgh, paid for, of course, by taxpayers' money. No more fact-free, out-of-date Trumpian rants, please. Now, the Leader has claimed she takes an interest in the welfare of Scotland's children, so obviously she'll have seen the remarkable new assessment of the Scottish child payment posted on the London School of Economics website by a number of academics expert in social policy and economics. It says Scotland Government's payments are predicted to have a monumental impact on reducing child poverty rates, and they'll transform Scotland from being one of the most unequal places to live in Europe to one of the most equal. I feel this House should be given an opportunity to debate it as child poverty in England rockets. Now, given her stated interest, can she please confirm she's read that assessment? Or if not, would she like me to send her a copy?
You can't just tweet that.
Or maybe it is really all about clickbait and social media reach, and she doesn't care at all.
Leader of the House.
Well, let me add some more adjectives to the ones the Honourable Lady describes, because the SNP really have surpassed themselves this week in terms of being self-obsessed, self-pitying and self-delusional. I think I have hit on why the SNP are losing the case for independence. Surely if Scotland were to take this leap, they would want their leaders to be the sort of people that would step up and take responsibility and work hard to improve their opportunities. But despite the Scottish Government being one of the most powerful devolved administrations in the world, it can't accept responsibility for anything. Given that they have been in power for 16 years, and every single one of those years their budget has been 20% higher than England, who does she think it is that is responsible for Scotland's declining A&E performance, increased waiting times, 70% hike in drug-related deaths, 10% increase in the attainment gap, the 10 years they've been missing their cancer targets and their housing targets, or rising crime or soaring violence in schools, or the lowest police numbers since 2008, and the 1,700 fewer teachers? Who does she think it is that is responsible for the fact that some police forces are not even investigating certain offences, and they're warning them that soon they will not be able to attend call-outs? Who does she think it is that is responsible for plummeting international rankings in maths, literacy and science? Who does she think it is that has snaffled more than half of the $1 billion in extra tax Scottish residents have to pay, which never reaches public services? And she talks about Scottish school children. Who is it that has chosen to pay so much less to Scottish schools per pupil than anywhere else in the UK? Given that the autumn statement has given the Scottish Government an additional £545 million, and we are about to hear their budget, I think it is a pretty safe bet that it will not be spent wisely. By all means, the Honourable Lady can send me what she likes, but I have to say there is a trend here, and I think that Scottish SNP supporters will soon be outnumbered by the numbers of pandas in her local zoo.